Over 100 foreign mercenaries have been reportedly captured by Syrian government troops after regaining control of rebel-held areas in the city of Homs. Sources say the majority of them are French, with the rest from several Arab countries. Syrian authorities claim that life in the city that's been under siege for almost a month is getting back to normal, but as RT's Maria Fanoshna reports, there are serious fears the fighting is far from over.
2 days after the rebel fighters pulled out from Barbara neighborhood in Homs, fears are growing of revenge attacks by the rebels. The chief of the Free Syrian Army has said that Thursday's withdrawal was a tactical one. The opposition Syrian National Council, who was recognized by European Union as a legitimate representative of the Syrian people, has warned of massacres, claiming they would provide leadership to disorganized fighters and give them weapons. The opposition group already formed a military council to coordinate the weapons supplies. These reports follow Free Syrian Army claims that it's already received weapons and anti-aircraft missiles from US and French sources. Arming the rebels has been considered as an excellent idea by Qatar and Saudi Arabia earlier, with the 22-nation Arab League also viewing this as an option if the violence doesn't stop here in Syria. Humanitarian organizations have been appealed to President Bashar al-Assad to agree on a daily 2-hour ceasefire to allow humanitarian aid to be brought to the areas where fighting still continues. But there are concerns that the opposition supporters abroad may use this to bring weapons to the rebels. Meanwhile, it seems that the foreign nations' involvement in this crisis in Syria stretches far beyond weapons supplies. Local and regional media have been reporting about more than 100 foreign officers detained in Homs, most of them reportedly French paratroopers. Meanwhile, humanitarian situation in the city that suffered from an almost month-long siege is deteriorating. The International Red Cross and Syrian Red Crescent are both working on the ground. They've brought 7 trucks of food, water, medical supplies and other emergency aid. They are also expected to evacuate injured people and to take away bodies of those many who were killed during the clashes in Homs.
RT's Maria Fanoshna reporting there. Well, meantime, residents of Homs and eyewitnesses say that horrific scenes of carnage have become a part of everyday life. We spoke to one Russian woman who spent over a week in the embattled city. She says the picture painted by the media does not always match the reality.
I spent 9 days at Homs with the Syrian Red Crescent and saw with my own eyes the killing, the bloodshed and the bodies on the streets. But the media often spins the numbers out of thin air. They rush to report scores of victims, while it's simply impossible to tell how many people were killed when a building collapses, and it takes several days to retrieve the bodies. Most of the media also are set on blaming the army for all the violence, but it's not like that. Opposition fighters are no less responsible for killing people and committing atrocities. Many rebels in Homs used German-made rockets to target army sites and kill soldiers. All in all, the humanitarian situation in the city is dire, with no water, no power and little food. And the most terrible thing is that people there are becoming used to these conditions.